Welcome to the Pit My Setup Highlights for episode number 183. The first setup of the day was submitted by Zach. Damn, the cable management, it is insane. I mean, in that photo, you see the one cable doing a smiley face right there, which is such an easy fix, but I mean, an insane job. It is an interesting setup, but I like that you have the console setup, you have the actual computer setup, and then you have the laptop in the corner, which obviously the usability isn't great. That's not really meant to be like a usable section of the desk, more so like you put a printer there or something like that. But I would assume you just opened it for the photo or whatever. That is actually a great spot if you were to put the laptop elsewhere to put something related to theme. Honestly, I don't know if posters are really going to work here. Shelves with some stuff on it and a little bit more theme, possibly in that corner section. That'd be great. Zach scored an 86. The next set of the day was submitted by George. Staying on this photo, he recently pimped his room. This is what it looked like before. So let's go to the renovation. Bam! And then let's just go back for one quick second. Look at that. And now go to the next one. Now that is like night and day. I mean, obviously the new arrangement of the room works probably like I would say 100 times better. The photo on each side is the same, the shelves are the same. He goes for symmetry with everything except for the damn lamp. If he had one more lamp on the left side, that would make it like 20 times better. It's a pretty straightforward setup. It definitely has sort of that modern IKEA look to it, something like you'd see in the showroom. George scored a 90. The next setup was submitted by Yves. You know, this was a very interesting setup to me because he built the desk. If you go to the second photo, you can kind of see a little bit more. It's not the prettiest. You know, normally I think because he probably just kind of wanted to skip ahead. Normally people will finish the wood. The legs look a little slanted. The whole setup, I think basically the walls and the rest of the desk, like off to the left and everything, it kind of looks a little bland, a little off. One thing I always say is the monitors can't be flat. If you want the proper viewing angle, you can't have them flat. You need to have an angle. That way you can easily shift left to right and it just works. You've scored an 84. The next setup was submitted by Danny. It's not a terrible setup, but please just look at the second photo. I mean, that is kind of what I'm critiquing here. The desk is killing you. The dresser to the right side is killing you. If you had a desk that went from the door to the window, that'd be it. That's all you need. And the speakers are different. Okay, so that's weird then.
Yeah.
So he has two sets of speakers.
Yeah, you got these.
So he has the right and left on the left and the right and left on the right. Why?
You have to do the old patent like swipe across that top.
Except
of
that would be like, make sure you're not standing too close.
No, yeah. I would just take everything out, all like the games and all that, and I'll just maybe display it differently. If you're gonna display all that shit, I would display a little differently. It just looks whack.
And maybe like a tenth of what you're displaying now. Danny scored a 70. The next setup was submitted by Thomas. Obviously, you can just wire mold those, or you can not have the printer on the floor. That's also a good option. The first photo, I think the easiest solution is computer. Shouldn't be there. It should be in the corner. You can move the Alex drawer over to the left. You move that off to the left so it's not peeking out to the right side so much, and you could be actually centered to that portion of the desk. Having the computer there, I don't think makes the most sense. Plus, if you don't even want it on your desk, you have all that room under the desk. That would work perfectly.
I think that's what you should do. Put the PC underneath and put the printer off in the corner.
Why go for a red case, red LEDs if you're gonna kind of go for the tropical green, blue look? Thomas scored an 82. The next setup was submitted by Jake. First things first, in this photo, the cable management is pretty damn nice. You know, we're seeing that one cable out of the outlet and that's just about it. Who mounts a goddamn Rock Band guitar to their goddamn wall? Really, I can just picture like he's playing Rock Band like every other day. Oh my God, Rock Band is on the thing.
Oh.
Rock Band 4. Oh my God, this dude is actually like a legit Rock Band player. Okay, I take it all back. That is cool.
So he needs it like right there.
That is actually cool though.
Yeah, so it works. If he's like a standard like everyday Rock Band player, it's easy for him to just grab that guitar and jam
I completely take everything back. He's got the vibe, right? So obviously this kid's rolling in the dough, but that is a terrible spot for your vibe.
I don't like how Joe Montana's being blocked.
Yeah.
Everything's placed
Disgrace.
weird. Like I think the right side's placed okay, like everything like the lanyards and all that, that's cool. The left side is, you gotta move that stuff around.
I always say controller stands, but really that would be perfect for him.
Controller stands probably would have got you an extra point.
It would. Jake scored a 92. The next setup was submitted by Aryan.
This is scheduled to be on Setup Spotlight.
Yes, it is.
But I feel like there was more in the pictures that he took for Setup Spotlight.
I don't want to be a dick, but like if you don't know too much about setups, you're just like a everyday kind of guy. You look at it, you're like, that's a dope setup. that would get 100. Look how clean it is. This is the most cookie cutter setup we see all the time. Bottom right side, I just think that's a bit weird. I think that's pretty damn old. I think my grandma had the same one. I don't care how old the technology is. I think it kind of matches the speakers, but a better spot needs to be found for that other than the floor.
It's tough because someone said in chat, he's like, stick 2 posters on each side or whatever, and it'll be perfect. But that, like, I don't know if it's a thermostat or something like that.
Yeah,
it's like having a poster there would not be ideal. So maybe something that goes horizontal.
Get a canvas so that could be on the inside of it. Aryan scored a 90. Final set of the day was submitted by Jim. He said, when gaming, the lower screens are dedicated to video chat and various other tasks. He also said that he knows a lot of people are going to think this. The screen orientation seems a bit unconventional, which I think a lot of people would agree with, but he did it actually for ergonomic reasons. He's used a triple monitor surround setup like we see all the time, like the one in the last setup, but he said it actually takes a toll on his back, and he doesn't like that. He said he's really tall, and because of that, he finally found a layout that's comfortable. But I'm actually picturing myself sitting there, and I'm 5'10" on a good day, so I think actually I can see what he's going for. Best cable management of today. That photo right there, you can see going down the leg. Again, it doesn't matter if we see the cable as long as it's managed. That is a great rule of thumb, and this is exactly how it should be done. I think it's just such a simple yet effective setup. And it's so different. And I think that's what really draws me to this, is it's so hard to find something unique nowadays. This is not cookie cutter. This is his setup, nobody else's. Jim scored a 94 and won first place. Thanks for watching the Pimp My Setup Highlights for episode number 183.